From center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass., this is Lexington Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Tonight, it's the Blue Sox with a record of 8-1-1, first in the ICL, hosting the Somerville Royals with a record of 2-9, eighth in the ICL. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Blue Sox coming off a win in their last meeting, in their last matchup last night against the Malden Mad Dogs, which they scored 6 in the third, and that was enough to hold up against the Mad Dogs, allowing the Blue Sox to start, hopefully, a new winning streak as the Blue Sox take the field for the final game before the 4th of July break. Somerville coming into play at 2-9, but they've played some tightly contested games. They're not, at the bottom of the ranks in the ICL in any of the statistical categories, in most of them anyways. They sit third as a team in batting average at .292, or in the middle of the pack in team ERA, but hasn't translated to wins. So Matt Karras on the mound, as you can tell by Amazing Grace, by drop kicks, gracing him as he gets his warm-up pitches in. And here are the starting lineups. First for the visiting Somerville Royals in the road navy blue jerseys with gold letters and numbers, white inserts, and gray pants. Graham Smith is going to lead it off in left field, followed by Nick Valdario in center. Blaise Cormier is at first. Eduardo Soto is the DH. Ryan Noon is behind the plate. John Collette is at third. Adam Johnson is at short. Joe Ward is in right. And Jonathan Rodriguez rounds out the lineup at second. On the mound for the Royals, making his Royals debut, is Mike Gooden, who just finished his sophomore year at Northern Essex Community College and will be playing at Suffolk next year. We'll give you the Blue Sox lineup before they come to bat, but here is Graham Smith to lead things off here in the top of the first for the Royals. Smith entering play at .294, 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. And he is the team leader in steals at 3 out of 4 attempts. And the first pitch, fired at 8:07, is in there for strike one. We're underway. Swing and a miss at a slider there, and it's 0-2. A little high there for the slider by Karras, but he got it by him anyway, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Slider came back over the inside part of the plate and tied him up. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Graham Smith, one down here in the top of the first. So that'll bring up the center fielder, Nick Valdario. Valdario entering play at .286, 2 doubles, 6 RBIs. Walked twice and struck out 14 times. He will take on the inside corner for strike one. Karras, as you no doubt now know, a very fast worker, and he's ready to go with the 0-1. And it's a slider cut on and missed for strike two. And now Valdario going to step out of the batter's box just to throw off Matt's timing. And a cut and a miss. And Karras really feeling it now. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches. And that'll bring up Blaise Cormier, the first baseman. Cormier, the team's third leading hitter at .381, but he is behind 0-1. Has 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. Strike two. Karras really feeling it here. The 0-2. And it will not be an immaculate inning as he does not chase down and away. This is grounded right back to Karras. He'll run over to first, underhand to Feliciano. 10 pitches, 9 strikes, 1, 2, 3 go the Royals in the top of the first. After half an inning, Royals nothing, Blue Sox coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. All right. LSP is now a proud member of the Avis Affiliate Network. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next rental with Avis. Aaron Barboza to lead things off here in the bottom of the first. Barboza getting the start in center field tonight. And Barboza takes up and in from Gooden for ball one. Barboza entering play at .333 with 2 RBIs. He takes strike one, and the count is even at 1. We need you on the SAP feed, Manny. 2-1 the count. Barboza chops this one to the right side, fielded by the second baseman Rodriguez on to first in time. 1 down. Listen, Manny, if you know anyone at Corona who can actually make decisions on advertising on these broadcasts, let me know. I'm just part of the Avis affiliate network now. I mean, like the Alabrandies have the Planet Fitness logo on their jerseys now, but we don't. We don't have the European soccer flair going, or just the professional soccer flair in general, not just European, of course. Strike one to Ross Curley. Ross takes down and away, ball one to even the count. Ross entering play at .370, 2 doubles, 1 homer, 6 RBI, fouls that one off. 1-2 the count. Blue Sox would like to get something going early against this inexperienced starter. I mean, inexperienced at least in terms of the Intercity League. Gooden held scoreless in each of the first 2 innings of their last 2 games. It's the first 2 games this season that the Blue Sox did not score in either the first or second inning. Like to snap out of that funk here. The 2-2. This is laced down the third baseline. That is a fair ball. Ross takes the turn at first, and he is on his way to second, and he will slide in, and he is safe with a double. So Ross picks up his 3rd double of the season. Back-to-back nights with his first hit being a double. I just realized the feed was actually broadcasting over the speakers. Whoops. All right. That's what happens when you're having trouble with YouTube live streaming. You have to rely on alternate sources to make sure everything's working. Strike one, then you lose track of everything that's going on. All right. 0-1 the count to Richie Burgos. And Richie going with the jet black batting gloves, not the ruby red ones. This is grounded to short. Johnson on his way to first. 2 down. Ross advances to third. So it'll be up to Julian Alvarez, doubling his jersey number tonight, wearing number 48 instead of his usual number 24. Burgos up to that point, by the way, as we'll get that to you in a second. This is popped up into foul territory, and this will be caught by the first baseman Cormier, as Noon had to slide to a stop to make sure he didn't run into him and gave him a hug for the effort, and the side is retired. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. After 1 complete, still no score. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Here we go to the top of the second. It'll be the middle third of the order due up, with Eduardo Soto to lead things off, a former Blue Sox, spent 1 year with the Blue Sox to begin his Intercity League career. And Soto swings at the first pitch, pops it up into shallow left center. Out goes Curley, and he makes the catch for a one-pitch out to begin the top of the second. That'll bring up Ryan Noon, the catcher. Noon entering play at .333, no extra base hits, but 4 RBIs. To bring up to speed on Soto, he was 7 for 25 coming into that at bat with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. This is grounded through the hole on the right side for a base hit, and Noon is aboard with the first hit of the ball game for the Royals with 1 out in the top of the second. So here's John Collette. Collette, 200 with 1 solo home run. 1 homer, 1 RBI on the season. That misses down and away for ball 1 to Collette. Of the 4 home runs that the Royals have hit this year, it's downstairs, ball 2. 3 of them have been solo shots for the only RBI those players have had this year. This is into center field. Out goes Barboza, and he will make the catch for out number 2. Brady Chant, John Collette, and Martin Marinchev, all with solo home runs, accounting for their only RBIs of the year. So let's see if Adam Johnson can keep the line moving for Somerville. The Royal shortstop entering play at .462. No extra base hits or RBIs. He swings and misses at the first one for strike 1. Johnson enters play as the ICL's second leading hitter, just ahead of Sway and just behind Derek Bauer, who we saw last night for Malden. Slider misses up and in, ball 1 to even the count. Both teams with 1 hit thus far in the first 1.5 innings. Front door cutter there, and it's 1-2. Sway holding on Noon at first. Slider just missed down and away, 2-2. Thought the umpire was going to step back and ring him up there, but no such luck. Noon has not attempted a stolen base this year. The Royals as a team are 9 of 12 in stolen base attempts. Down and away. So that'll put Noon in motion on the pitch, with the right fielder Joe Ward on deck. And I'll throw back to first. Noon is back safely. Pitch is down and away for ball 4. And now it's first and second, 2 out for the Royals. First walk issued by Karras. That'll bring up Joe Ward, the right fielder. And Ward bloops this one down the right field line. That'll drop foul for strike 1. Ward playing in just his 3rd game. He is 0 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored in his first 2 games. He hits this one into right field. Alvarez going over towards the line, now racing back. He reaches up, and he does not make the catch. He drops it. 1 run scores. Here comes another. The throw to the plate will be cut off. It's a 2-run double for Joe Ward, his first hit of the year, and the Royals are on the board first. It's 2-0. So here again are the Blue Sox playing from behind, as they did much of their winning streak that was snapped with the tie against Malden, as this is popped up, fouling out a play for strike 1. This is popped up by Jonathan Rodriguez, and that gets out of play, and the count will be 0-2. Blue Sox find themselves trailing the last place team in the ICL, as that was fouled off. Remains 0-2. Slider comes over the heart of the plate for strike 3 called, and the side is retired. 3rd strikeout for Matty Karras, but the Royals get 2 runs on 2 hits and leave 1. After 1.5, 2-0 Royals. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Other action in the ICL today, the Andre Chiefs and the Alabrandis, the number 2 and 3 teams in the ICL, facing off at Victory Field. That game got underway at 7:45. Also starting at 7:45 was Reading and Malden over at Maplewood. Blue Sox will hold first place regardless of the result of that Andre Alabrandis game. They would like to get 2 points out of this. Kyle 80 behind 0-1. That runs too far inside, and the count evens at 1. Blue Sox can't get frustrated, as it may have been a frustrating swing for 80 as he pops this one up to second, and it will be caught by the second baseman Rodriguez for a quick out, number 1. That'll bring up Morgan Brown, the second baseman. 80, banked 333 up to that point. Brown entering play at 2:07. He fouls this one off for strike 1. 2-0 our score here in the bottom of the second. Blue Sox were down 2-0 early to the Royals the last time they met on June 22nd. That catches the outside corner, strike 2. But they did come back to win that game. They're going to have to do it again here against a team and they feel they should handle easily. And a swing and a miss. It's dropped by the catcher Noon, but he tags out Brown for out number 2. So the Blue Sox offense not putting up much of a fight here through these first 2 innings. Let's see what Manny Del Carmen can do, getting his first plate appearance of the year. And Del Carmen comes up empty for strike 1. One and one the count to Del Carmen. Last year batted .217 in 23 at-bats with 1 double and 2 RBIs. He pops this one up into shallow left, and this will be caught on the run by the left fielder Smith. And it is a very quick bottom of the second. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Sox. And after 2 complete, Royals 2, Blue Sox nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/LexingtonBlueSox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. I misspoke. Manny did have 1 plate appearance earlier this season on June 14th against Wakefield. Drew a walk in that appearance. Matty making his 2nd appearance of the season. Got the win in 2 innings of work against Reading on June 24th, allowing 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and striking out 2. So he goes into his 3rd inning of work, facing the leadoff hitter, Graham Smith, who struck out on 3 pitches to begin the ball game. And he takes low for ball 1. Strike to even the count, 1 and 1. Karras with 3 strikeouts for the first 2 innings. This is ground to the left side, through for a base hit. Smith is now 1 for 2. Blue Sox don't look like they're playing with much energy right now. They saw Karras coast through the top of the first. They thought maybe they could coast through it too, but it just doesn't. It's just obviously hasn't panned out that way. Here is Nick Valdario. Valdario struck out swinging his first time up, also on 3 pitches. Throw back to first. Smith is back standing. Smith 3 for 4 in stolen base attempts, leading the club in that category. This is a bunt in front of the mound. It'll be fielded by Karras. He'll fire onto first, and they get him, just barely. So up to second goes Smith on the sacrifice that goes 1-3. Now another run in scoring position for the Royals, and here's Blaise Cormier, grounded out on a comebacker to Karras to end the top of the first. It was a 10-pitch top of the first, and it was almost an immaculate inning for Karras. Seems like such a long time ago now, as that is chopped down the first base line and foul for strike 1. We started at 8:07. 24 minutes into this one already in the top of the third, and the Blue Sox trailing 2-0. 2-run double by Joe Ward, his first hit of the year, is the difference right now in this ball game. This is skied into center field. Back goes Barboza. This might be deep enough to get Smith to third. Here comes the throw to Ross, and it is deep enough to get Smith to third. 2 down. And now a third run 90 feet away for the Royals. for the cleanup hitter, Eduardo Soto. Soto popped up to short his first time up, leading off the second. Soto entering play at 280 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. And he fouls this one off for strike 1. Blue Sox have the 8-9-1 hitters due up next inning. They try to wake up this offense. 2-seamer inside, 1-1. Smith at third, 2 out here in the top of the third. This is a broken back grounder up the middle. Ross has it on a tricky hop, fires on to first. And the side is retired, so Matt works around the leadoff single and keeps the Royals off the board this inning. After 2.5, still 2-0 Royals. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Josue Feliciano will lead things off here in the bottom of the third, to be followed by Mitch Schroeder and Aaron Barboza. And this would not be a surprising scenario for Sway to lay one down here. Anything to jostle the offense. He does square, gets it down the first base line. This is going to be a tough play. The scoop to first in time. And Sway is retired on 1 pitch. Right idea, but good fielding right off the mound by Gooden. Bunt came down the first base side, which is, of course, where the right-hander falls off the mound towards. This is smashed up the middle, and Schroeder's got a base hit. So let's see if that will jostle the offense. Second hit of the ball game for the Blue Sox. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left for the Blue Sox. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Royals as we play the bottom of the third. Here's Aaron Barboza, who grounded out to second his first time up. Gooden comes set, and the pitch is high for ball 1. Blue Sox were swinging early in the count the first couple of innings, and they continue to do so here. Let's see if Barboza can work the count here. He smacks this one into right center field, and this will be caught by the center fielder, Valdario, for out number 2. Well, when the pitcher's throwing strikes, there's no use in trying to wait him out. Got to swing at a good pitch, and unfortunately, Barboza got under that one. So here's Roscoe, who doubled with 1 out in the first. Runner still at first, 2 down. Tying run at the plate. And Ross takes down and away, ball 1. Good block by the catcher, Noon. And it's 1-0. Ross takes low, ball 2, throw back to first, and back safely is Schroeder. So Gooden trying to make an adjustment by noticing the Blue Sox are hacking early, try to get him fishing early in the count. Ross waited him out. Now he's ahead 2-0, and now he's ahead 3-0. Walk would be huge. That would put the tying run on first, with Richie Burgos due up next if we get that far. Strike one, 3-1 the count. Up and in, ball 4. So first and second. 2 out. Burgos hoping to find a gap here and bring home the tying run. He swings and misses, trying to do more than just tie the game. Comes up empty. Strike one to Burgos, who grounded out to short his first time up. Schroeder at second, Curley at first. Downstairs, ball 1 to even the count. Blue Sox with a runner in scoring position for the second time tonight. And Burgos fouls that one off. And now he's behind 1-2. The advantage may have been to Gooden the first time through the order with an unfamiliar pitcher. Let's see what the Blue Sox can do the second time through the order. As Burgos fouls that one off, remains 1-2. Infield back here. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. And Burgos is rung up, and the side is retired. So after 3 complete, it is still the Blue Sox trailing the Royals 2-0. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is Sunday afternoon at 4:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox visit the Reading Bulldogs. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy DVD of the game at the LSP store. We go to the top of the 4th. It'll be the middle third of the order. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. Ryan Noon to lead things off against Matt Karras. It's pitched beautifully except for that 2-run double. allowed to Joe Ward in the top of the second. And the Blue Sox haven't been able to get anything back for him. Fouled off onto Worthen Road. We have an official broadcast, and it's 0-2. Down and away, ball one. And that hit him. So from ahead 0-2 to a hit by pitch. Noon is aboard to lead off the inning. It's the second straight inning the Royals have had the leadoff man aboard. That'll bring up John Collette. Flew out to center his first time up. And he takes a high strike. 0-1. This is grounded to the left side. Curley to Brown for one. On to first. Double play. Just what Karras needed after hitting the leadoff man. Just like that on the 6-4-3 double play. 2 down. So Adam Johnson, the shortstop, will try to keep the line moving. He drew a 2-out walk and came around to score on the next batter, Ward's double. Ball one. Blue Sox defense thought that was good, but to no avail. That's on the outside corner to even the count at 1. Man, looked a little bit up and away, so it may have been a makeup call there. Two and one as that slider misses away. Three and one as the two-seamer runs down and in. On deck is Joe Ward, who's been the difference in this game. Strike on the inside corner. Front door cutter there. Karras with a reprieve. See what he does here on the payoff pitch. And that missed for ball 4. Tried to ring him up on the outside corner. Unsuccessful, and another base runner for Somerville. And Joe Ward, fresh off his first hit of the season, a 2-run double, fouls off this first one for strike 1. Fast-moving game. We're halfway through, and we're not even 40 minutes in. Blue Sox held scoreless through the first 3 innings for the first time this year, as that is whistled foul, and the count will be 0-2. Ward gave the Blue Sox defense a scare on his first swing when he skied it down the right field line, but eventually hooked foul, and then he kept it inside the right field foul line for the double. He chops this one foul at the dish, and it'll remain 0-2. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Royals. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left for the Blue Sox. Karras comes set. And the 0-2, fouled off. Not what you expected to have a guy who was 0 for 5 and playing in just his 3rd game this year. Yep. Ward in his first year with the Royals checks his swing on that changeup that's low for ball one. He reaches for that one, pops it up. Curley stepping just short of the left center field grass, makes the catch. And the side is retired after 3.5. We're halfway home, still 2-0 Royals. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is proud to be a member of the Avis affiliate network. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next rental from Avis. Bottom of the fourth, Blue Sox bats need to wake up. Well, they'll have a new pitcher to face. After 3 innings, Mike Gooden leaves, can't get, not in line for the win. 3 innings, allowing 2 hits, 1 walk, and striking out 2 with no runs. And they go to the left-hander, Luke Gustafson, making his 5th appearance of the season, 0-3 with a save and a .373 ERA, as that is taken high for ball one by Jules. Gustafson in 15 innings has allowed 16 hits, 15 runs, 8 of which are earned, walked 11, and struck out 15. That's low for ball 2, and it is 2-0. And Julian trying to mix up the timing of Gustafson, anything to get the Blue Sox offense going. He grounds this one up the middle, and it's through the wickets of the second baseman, Rodriguez, for an error. All right, an E4. Well, anything that'll get the Blue Sox offense going, huh? Gustafson pitched in the Royals' loss to the Blue Sox on June 22nd. Went 6 innings, allowing 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 of which are earned, walked 1, and struck out 4. That was his last appearance on the season. And now we've got a stoppage of play, and Rick DeAngelis is going out to first, and Jules might be hurt. So Jeff Costello is coming out to take over at first. Maybe. Yep, Julian is coming off. So Julian reaches on the E4. They have tweaked something on the way up to first. And now Jeff Costello pinch runs. At least with Costello pinch running for Alvarez, you don't have to do much shuffling in the defense at all. Plus, you got someone who can really run there at first. So here's Kyle 80. And he takes strike one on the outside corner. He popped up to second his first time up, leading off the second. This is ground to the left side, through for a base hit. Costello holds it second. And now the go-ahead run comes to the plate in the person of Morgan Brown. And now we're going to have another pinch runner. That's Dom wearing 36. Okay. So Dominic Zaire is going to pinch run for Kyle 80. So Morgan Brown with a chance to tie the game with an extra base hit. He thinks about bunting, and that sails up and away for ball one. So the first two batters reach, and they are both pinch ran for. Alvarez by necessity, 80 by choice. Brown squares again, gets it down the first base line, and they will tag out Brown. It's a successful sacrifice. Second and third. One out for Manny Del Carmen. Don't think he faced this spot much in his big league career. Chance to tie the game with a base hit. That skips to the backstop. Here comes Costello. The throw to the plate is not in time. Perfect break from Costello. And up to third goes Zaire. It's a wild pitch. Now the tying run at third, and all we'll take is a ball into the outfield. Strike on the outside corner, and Gustafson even in the count 1-1. An error, a single, a sac bunt, and a wild pitch have put the Blue Sox on the board here in the fourth, and Manny comes up empty at that changeup for strike two. Man just needs a fly ball into the outfield here. Infield in. The 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Chop down the third base line. They are going to come home with it, and they tag him out. So the fielder's choice goes 5-2. Zaire is out. Del Carmen reaches at first. And now it'll be Josue Feliciano. Sway grounded out to the pitcher his first time up, and he foul tips that one into the mitt for strike one. Blue Sox getting their first run of the game in the fourth. The longest they've been held scoreless in a game this year. Breaking ball low for ball one. Low strike. Sway doesn't like it. 1-2. Just one hit this inning. Blue Sox getting one run in. Reached for and fouled off. Blue Sox trailing 2-1 after 2-0 after 1.5. Finally getting their first run here in the bottom of the fourth after being held scoreless until the third the last 2 games by Malden. Blue Sox offense winning games, but a little stagnant. Remember, they took them until extra innings to put up a 5 spot against Wakefield the other day. This is laced into left center field, and this is out of the reach of the shortstop, Johnson, for a base hit. Now the throw back to second, and Del Carmen is out. Del Carmen overran the bag, and they got the throw back to second, and the side is retired. So after 4 complete, Royals 2, Blue Sox 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Yep. Zaire goes to and Zaire goes to left. Yep. Yep. Okay, sounds good. All right. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Top of the 5th, Matty Karras still out there. He will face the 9-1-2 hitters, Rodriguez, Smith, and Valdario. This is ground to the left side and out of the reach of Burgos for a base hit to lead off the top of the 5th for Jonathan Rodriguez, and he is 1 for 2. And the lineup turns over for Graham Smith, 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Throw back to first and back safely is Rodriguez. The shuffling in the outfield has Aaron Barboza going to right, Costello going to center, and Zaire in left, as that is fouled off for strike 1. This is popped up a mile high on the infield. Burgos makes the catch, 1 down. Burgos has been beat a couple times on ground balls to the left side for base hits. That one stays in the infield, and he makes the catch. Here's Valdario, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a sac bunt. Throw back to first. They nearly got him. Mark did the right thing. He brought long pants for these mosquitoes. Another throw back to first. Closer play, but they are keeping Rodriguez close. Rodriguez has not attempted a stolen base this year. They'll go back to him a 3rd time, and he's back safely. Runner bluffs off of first. This is a diving catch by Brown, back to first for the double play. Matt Karras sprints off the mound, encouraging his boys to get some offense going. Let's see what they can do in the bottom of the fifth. It is still the Royals 2 and the Blue Sox 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Mitch Schroeder to lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth. Blue Sox got one back last inning. Try to break through against Luke Gustafson. They were unable to against Mike Gooden. Karras has gotten some phenomenal defense behind him. A couple of double plays in the last 2 innings, including that diving catch by Brown. And that sails way high for ball 1. Mitch 1 for 1 with a single. Up and away, ball 2. Blue Sox finding themselves in more hitters' counts as the game goes on. They've lost Alvarez, who injured himself running down to first. 3-0 the count. Schroeder to be followed by Aaron Barboza and Ross Curley. High for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk issued by Gustafson to begin the bottom of the fifth. Second straight inning that the Blue Sox have had the leadoff man aboard. Royals have had the leadoff man aboard in each of the last 3 innings, but haven't been able to push any across in that time frame. That runs too far inside for Barboza, who tried to lay one down, and that's ball 1. Barboza 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a fly out to center. May lay one down here again, but he could be a candidate to beat one out for a hit. Third baseman creeping in. He swings, grounds this one to first. The throw to the shortstop is there for 1. On to first, not in time. So Schroeder is retired 1-6. Barboza reaches on the fielder's choice. 3-6, excuse me, not 1-6. I meant 3-6. All right. 1 down for Ross Curley. And Barboza, with his speed, could put himself in scoring position whenever he wants. I'll throw back to first. And he's back safely. He's got to be careful. You're the left-hander Gustafson. Don't want to get called for a balk. Moving over to first. Slide step, and this is down the left field line, and this is going to go into the corner for a base hit. On his way to third is Barboza. He's being waved around. The throw to the plate is a relay, and it's not in time, and on to third goes Curley, and we're tied. That is a triple for Ross. And he represents the go-ahead run at third. So Ross picks up his first triple of the year after picking up a double earlier. And now let's see if Richie Burgos can erase his 0 for 2 with a ground out to short and a strikeout looking. Infield comes in, and the pitch down and away for ball 1. Looks like action about to warm in the Somerville bullpen. Low for ball 2. Three and 0. They may be pitching around Richie here to try and set up the double play, but that's no guarantee with Jeff Costello on deck. The 3-0. Ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk. And I'm guessing that was the intent. The unintentional, intentional walk. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Jeff Costello getting his first at-bat of the ball game after pinch running for Alvarez. And he takes outside ball 1. Costello, the 2017 ICL batting champion, entering play at .333 with a triple and 3 RBIs. Swing and a miss. 1-1. I think when you get to a point where the pitcher's throwing 5 straight balls, you wait till he throws one over the plate before you think about swinging. But Costello wanted to bring home the go-ahead run with that swing right there. Breaking ball, strike 2. On deck is Dominic Zaire. Outside with a changeup, 2-2. Curley at third, Burgos at first. 1 run home here to tie the game in the bottom of the 5th. And a swing and a miss and a changeup for strike 3. Uncharacteristic at bat for Costello, but he is down for the second out. So that'll bring up Dominic Zaire. And we know the heroics he provided in last year's postseason. Let's see what he's got here in the regular season of 2019. Getting his first at-bat of the game after pinch running for Kyle 80. And he pops this one up, foul, and that will get out of play for strike 1. In the top of the 6th, the Royals will have the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. Cormier, Soto, and Noon against a new pitcher. And it's going to be Pat McGowan warming up. Runner takes off for first. The throw down to second is held on to by the catcher Noon. Didn't want to give Ross the thought of going for home on a double steal. So 1-1. Runners at second and third as Burgos picks up the stolen base. Dom swings and misses. Strike 2. For Burgos, that is his second career stolen base with the Blue Sox in as many attempts. This is chopped down the third base line. This will be through for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Burgos. Zaire on his way to second. Collette whiffed on it, and the Blue Sox take the lead. Dominic Zare does it again. And Morgan Brown takes ball 1 with a chance to bring home an insurance run, standing in scoring position. Fouls this one off to even the count. The Blue Sox offense practically sleepwalked through the first 3 innings, coming alive with 1 run in the 4th and now 3 here in the 5th. Morgan fouls that one off, strike 2. 3 runs home here in the bottom of the 5th. The go-ahead run coming on a tricky hop double by Dominic Zare. And Brown fouls this one off. Royals scored 2 in the 2nd on a double by Joe Ward. It was his first hit of the season. Matty Karras shut him down otherwise through the first 5. This is grounded to the left side. Tough play in the hole, firing on to first in time for the out that retires the side. A good strong throw by the shortstop Johnson, but the damage has been done. We go to the 6th. It is the Blue Sox 4 and the Royals 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/LexingtonBlueSox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. So Pat McGowan, as promised, will take the mound for the 6th. McGowan making his 2nd appearance of the season on June 24th against the Bulldogs. Went 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, struck out 1. And he will be assigned the heart of the Royals order, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Cormier, Soto, and Noon. Three runs in the bottom of the 5th, giving the Blue Sox their first lead. And here they are playing catch up again, but they've taken the lead against the Royals. They fell behind 2-0 on June 22nd against these same Royals. But you can't expect to fall behind 2-0 early against the likes of the Alabrandis and the Chiefs and expect to win games. Fastball in the outside corner for strike 1 to Blaise Cormier. Cormier fouls this one into the screen, and now he's behind 0-2. Cormier 0 for 2 with a ground out to the pitcher and a fly out to center. This is chopped down the third baseline, foul. Remains 0-2. Give you the line on Matt Karras in a little bit. McGowan shaking off a couple of signs from Schroeder, now comes home with it, and it's fouled off again. One and two. Chopper up the middle. Brown will charge, scoop it, fire on to first, one down. So Cormier now 0 for 3, and let's see if Soto can avoid the same fate. He has been retired twice by Ross Curley, once on a pop-up and once on a ground-out. Fastball hits the outside corner for strike one. Chopper to the left side, dribbles foul. Strike two. Four runs, 6 hits, no errors. 5 left for the Blue Sox, as that's strike three on Eduardo Soto, and there are 2 down. McGowan picks up his first strikeout, 4th strikeout for Blue Sox pitching tonight. And here's Ryan Noonan, who is yet to be retired. He singled and scored in the 2nd and was hit by a pitch in the 4th. He takes outside ball 1. In the bottom of the 6th, when the Blue Sox will be looking for some insurance, they'll have 6, 7, and 8 due up. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Del Carmen, Feliciano, and Schroeder. 2-0 now, the count to Ryan Noon. Swing and a miss, tied him up with a fastball, and it is 2-1. Three and one. Strike two fills the count. Payoff pitch coming up with John Collette on deck. Swing and a miss, strike three. A 1-2-3 shutout relief inning for Pat McGowan. The Blue Sox needed that. After 5 1/2, still 4-2 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. New pitcher for the Somerville Royals is Cal Carroll, making his 4th appearance of the season. 3 innings of work, allowed 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Has not faced the Blue Sox this year. Faced the Blue Sox twice last year. Was 0-1 in 5 innings, allowing 6 hits, 4 earned runs, walking 4 and striking out 4. This is an interesting situation here for Manny Del Carmen. He's likely to pitch the 7th to try and get the save. But he's got a bat leadoff here. Gotta think, God forbid I get on base here. Because he needs to get his warm-up tosses still in. So Del Carmen, Feliciano, and Schroeder due up here, the bottom third of the order, here in the bottom of the 6th. Del Carmen, 0 for 2, flew out to left and reached on a fielder's choice. Then was thrown out for the last out of the 4th, overrunning second base. He fouls that one off for strike 1. Strike 2. 0-2. Del Carmen takes up and away, ball 1. If you're the Royals, wouldn't you just like intentionally put Del Carmen on so you can prevent him from warming up? If you knew he was pitching next inning. Excuse me, swing grounder to short. Johnson's got it, fires on to first, and Del Carmen will just run 60 feet and head back to the bullpen. So that'll bring up Josue Feliciano. Picked up a single his last time up. And Sway foul tips that one into the mitt of noon for strike 1. The 0-1 is fouled off at the dish. When Sway's not bunting, he's a free swinger. He's definitely not going to be bunting here. Let's see how Carroll tries to put him away on 0-2. And now he steps off the rubber. Going to cycle back through the signals with noon. And now the 0-2. This is laced right into the breadbasket of the third baseman, Collette. Gets it back. Safe. Infield single for Sway. Hard hit ball right to third. Collette knocked it down, but couldn't throw out Sway. Sway's now 2 for 3, and here is Mitch Schroeder. This pitch gets away, and Sway will jog up to second on ball 1. Schroeder 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. That's low for ball 2, 2-0. Only Blue Sox not to reach base tonight is Morgan Brown. Up and away, 3-0. Schroeder on guards the bat, and the pitch is down and away for ball 4, and he's got his second walk of the night. That puts the double play back in order, but it brings up the speedster, Aaron Barboza. Barboza reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. Promise you the line of Matt Karras. Here it is, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. A little bit of a late strike call there, but Barboza is behind 0-1. Runners take secondary leads. The pitch is fouled off to the left and out of play. 0-2 the count. Feliciano at second, Schroeder at first. 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. The Blue Sox looking for some insurance after taking the lead with 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Barboza bloops this one into left field, and this will get caught by the left fielder Smith. Throw back to second, and Sway gets back safely. So that'll bring up Ross Curley as Barboza's now 0 for 4. Curley 2 for 2 with a double and a triple. Also a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Ross takes a breaking ball over the heart of the plate for strike 1. In the bottom of the 7th, it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for the Royals. John Collette, Adam Johnson, and Joe Ward. Carroll comes set, and Ross fouls that one off for strike 2. It's kind of a curious decision that they pulled Gus Gooden after 3 innings, just stymieing the Blue Sox defense, and then all 4 runs scored off of Luke Gustafson. And he is on the hook for the loss if the Royals can't come back in the top of the 7th. Curley grounds this one to short. It'll be fielded by the second baseman Rodriguez. On to first for the out that retires the side. We go to the top of the 7th. Closing time for the Blue Sox. It is the Blue Sox 4 and the Royals 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is Sunday afternoon at 4:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox visit the Reading Bulldogs. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. As promised, here is Manny Del Carmen to try and close it out. 2 innings of work, 6 strikeouts, no base runners allowed. And it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters he has to face. John Collette, Adam Johnson, and Joe Ward. Matty Karras for the first 5, Pat McGowan for the hold, and now Del Carmen trying to get the save. Collette is 0 for 2, flew out to center and grounded into a 6-4-3 double play, and Del Carmen misses down it in for ball 1. Blue Sox had a 2-run lead on Malden last Thursday with 2 outs to go and couldn't hold on.
Tight on the front side, down the hill.
Will this be any different? Collette ahead in the count, 2-0. Inside corner with a fastball, 2-1. Blue Sox with 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors, and 7 left. And Del Carmen behind, 3-1. Tying run right now stands in the on-deck circle. This is grounded to short. It'll be cut off and bobbled. And it'll be an infield single. Is that Richie still? All right, and Richie couldn't come up with the ball cleanly. So the leadoff hitter aboard for the Royals. First hit. First hit allowed by Del Carmen this season. That'll bring up Adam Johnson. And Del Carmen gets ahead with strike 1 of the fastball to Johnson, who's drawn 2 walks tonight. Collette being held on at first by Sway. High strike with the fastball, 0-2. Collette reaching base for the first time tonight. This is just the 5th Royals hit. Down and away. Try to wipe him out with the slider there. 1-2. Check swing, strike 3 called. 1 down. Johnson rung up. And that'll bring up Joe Ward, who has been the Royals offense tonight with that 2-run double that gave them the lead with 2 outs in the top of the 2nd. He comes up empty, way behind that fastball, 0-1. Fouled off onto Worthen Road, and it's 0-2. That took a chunk out of a car. Was that yours, Maddie?
No, mine's up here.
All right.
Haven't been hit in 10 years. Got hit once last year on the fly. It was on the bounce. I'll take it on the bounce.
The 0-2. Skips to the backstop, ricochets to the left of Schroeder, and up to second on the wild pitch goes Collette.
Tried to overthrow that one. What was that one? 89, she yanked it.
So a runner in scoring position for the Royals. 1-2 the count to Ward. The pitch. Laced right to Burgos. Not a catch. He'll have to fire to first. Got him! Redemption for Richie Burgos. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter. And it's going to be, well, we heard the word Sanchez. Don't have a Sanchez on our roster. Well, hopefully we'll get it from Nick, but this is foul tipped in the mitt for strike 1. Yep. Not many jersey numbers on the online roster, though. Blue Sox 1 out away from win number 9 on the season. Curveball in there for strike 2. And the Royals down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, strike three at the fastball, and the ball game is over. So in a game that took 1 hour and 31 minutes, the winning pitcher is Matt Karras. He is 2-0. The losing pitcher is Luke Gustafson. He is now, where is he? There he is. He is now 0-4. The save goes to Manny Del Carmen. It's his first. The final totals for the Somerville Royals, who fall to 2-10. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 4 left. And for the Lexington Blue Sox, to improve to 9-1-1. Still holding on to first place in the ICL. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 7 left. Our players of the game: Matt Karras, 5 innings of stout ball with 4 hits allowed, the 2 runs getting the win, and Ross Curley going 2 for 3 with a double, a single, double and a triple, runs scored, and an RBI. And Dominic Zaire coming in as the pinch runner for Kyle Ady, and then smacking the game-winning double with 2 outs in the 5th. Well, never easy, it seems, this season with the Blue Sox, but a win is a win is a win, and they will go into the 4th of July break at 9-1-1. So with that said, this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with Local Sports Productions, serving Greater Boston student athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. LSP is proud to be a partner of the Avis Affiliate Network. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next rental from Avis. LSP's next broadcast is Sunday afternoon at 4:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox visit the Reading Bulldogs. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. It is Lexington Blue Sox 4 and the Somerville Royals 2. My name is Sam Feeler, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in, and happy 4th of July.